he's averaging almost a triple double. I mean,
isn't he though?
As
a matter of fact, it's 27.6, 8.7, and 7.3 to be exact. He has 10 triple doubles. 7 more than anybody else in the league. Than your Chris Paul, than your Rajon Rondos, than your Kyries, than your Dame Lillards, than your human mixtape. He has 7 more than anybody. So there's that. Here's a quote from Chris Mannix. Westbrook is enrapturing the league and dragging the Thunder to the playoffs by the scruff of their neck. He is on pace to average 27 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds, a threshold that has been only eclipsed by
Magic Johnson.
No, not Magic.
Oh.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
LeBron James and Oscar freaking Robertson. Now, for if you're young, you might not realize that Oscar Robertson averaged a freaking triple double for an entire season.
Right.
I was reading this whole thing just smiling while I was reading it. I was like, yeah, Rob, you can get me that T-shirt now, but it needs to say, I always believed in Russ. That's what the T-shirt needs to say on it.
I believe.
No, I've always believed. Somebody gonna make a mistake and think it's a Hawk shirt if you put that on there. I always believed in Russ. Okay, so then back to the whole he's not a true point guard thing. That's what the title of this part of the article is. One of the main knocks on Westbrook is that he's not a quote-unquote true point guard because he spends more time creating offense for himself than others. It's an argument that has become ludicrous. It's always been ludicrous. Because what have I always said, Rob? Here's what I've always said. What is a quote-unquote true point guard? Exactly. Haven't I always said that? Yeah. What the hell does that even mean? Like, John Stockton is not coming back with them tight-ass shorts. Like, the whitest man in America before drunk, John Stockton. With those tight shorts and I don't need no shot. A pass to this big Negro named the mailman every time.
All right.
Or the other dude that we call Horny. Coach of the Phoenix Suns, old Jeff Hornacek.
I thought about him last night. Yeah. Boy, I kept on talking. I was like, oh, there he is. Get Horny.
Horny, yeah. That's
Get Horny for the Suns, baby.
That was his nickname, Horny. I don't know if it applied, but, whatever. With a name like that, run with it. Might as well. So, anyway, Russ has been one of the league's top assist guys for the last half a decade. I would like to repeat that to everyone who had this whole true point guard thing in their mind. He's been one of the league's top assist guys for the last half decade, including this season. He's placed in the top 5 in total assists in 4 of the last 5 seasons. This is what I'm talking about when people get attached to a narrative and now the facts are bearing out everything opposite of what you fools have said about this kid. He's awesome, and he's always been. Now, again, Russ has that, damn, Russ. And then he has that, damn, Russ. He has all that in him. But it's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, whoever wanted him to ever change that, you didn't understand what you were watching. Like, yeah, there's some questionable shots and questionable things that happen when he's on the court. No doubt. But the good far outweighs those things, man. If you watch basketball the way I watch basketball, it's like Brett Favre. You know what I mean? He gonna throw for 400 yards, but it's gonna be like 3 picks within those 400 yards, and you just accept it. That's what he is. You know what I mean? After a while, you're just like, all right, cool. There's some people who will argue that Brett Favre is the best quarterback in history. They'll make that argument. And, it's an argument to be had. You can put a lot of guys in there, Montana and Elway and Brady and Manny. You can put a bunch of guys in the argument. But the fact of the matter is there is still a conversation to be had. Like, no one's going to say, I think Brett Favre is the best quarterback in the league. And you'd be like, you're a fool. Nah, there's an argument to be had. Yeah. I don't think it's true. But, yeah, there's an argument to be had. Right. If you feel that way, same thing about Russ. There's certain things you just accept in his game. You know what I'm saying? He's a wild man, period. He plays with more energy in his body than the other 9 guys on the floor. And it's just what it is. And sometimes the energy, it's negative energy. It turns out it has a negative result. Let me say that part. He'll come down the court and shoot like a 50-foot jump shot for no damn reason.
Yeah, but looking at Russ's numbers, right? Just looking at his numbers. If any other point guard said that in a season they could give their team 21.9 points per game, which is 22 points, right? 8 assists, 5 rebounds, right? And two steals. If a point guard, or, Jeff Teague could guarantee that's what he would give Atlanta for a whole season, like we'd be talking about Jeff Teague, the greatest point guard in Atlanta Hawks history.
But see,
you know what I mean?
It boils down to who you like. Now, you got a team with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. People like Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and Rusty did that. Those stats were back in the 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
And for the most part, they've only gotten better.
Exactly. That dude's 26 years old, cuz. He's 26. Yeah. He hadn't even really reached his true prime yet. God help us all. When that dude finally really figures it out, yeah, the league's in trouble, cuz. The entire league's in trouble. Here's some good stuff. According to ESPN.com's Hollinger stats, Westbrook is second in the NBA in player efficiency rating at 29.01. Now, you don't even have to know what player efficiency rating is when I tell you what I'm about to tell you. Once you get to that 30 threshold, you're talking about all-time greatness. I'm talking about Wilt Chamberlain great at 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Anthony Davis is at that mark right now. Wilt Chamberlain efficiency, dude. And this dude is a point guard. He handles the ball on every play. And he's still as efficient. He's up in the upper echelon of all-time greatness with efficiency. Oh, yes, Rob. I can't wait to see that T-shirt. It's going to look so good on me. You can even make it a medium, dude. I don't care. Make it a medium. I just roll it up, let people see my belly and everything. Yeah, I'm not showing being fat.
God.
Nah. It's going to be more on them than it is on me. Like, they're going to be looking at me. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm fine.
Like, cause I believe.
Hey, yeah, exactly. It's all about the message. It ain't about me. In the 60 games Westbrook has played this season, the Thunder are 37-23, which equates to a winning percentage of 61.7%. Now, here we go. 18 of those wins came with Durant also in the lineup. But even when you take those victories out, they're 19-14, which is a 58% winning percentage when Russ is by himself. Yeah, and I mentioned earlier, Enes Kanter, right? A dude who averaged 9.3 points a game and 5.9 rebounds in 3.5 seasons in Utah. That dude is a 20-10 dude damn near now with Russ. 17.9 and 11 boards. So there's that whole thing about him not making anybody better. Go ask Enes Kanter. I thought, wait a minute, because I didn't highlight this, but I read it. I think they did. They did ask him. Oh, yeah, they did. Quote, he's the best point guard in the league, end quote. Kanter said of Westbrook. So someone did ask him. Yeah, I didn't highlight it, but I knew I remember reading it. So, yes, you don't have to go ask them. Someone already did it for you. If this is your first time hearing this pod or hearing us do a broadcast, you'll know there's very few things that I love more than being right, even if it's like years later. I enjoy that even more. To be honest with you, like if I say something today, and by next Tuesday I'm right about it, it's like whatever. But if I said something like years ago, and like 2015 rolls around, it's like, yep, Mike, you knew it all along. I just bathe in that stuff. I just wash myself over with it.
The one thing that I always say is that the day we traded, well, it wasn't even the day we traded. Drafted Julio. It was that Saturday after we had drafted Julio. We were on the air, and I remember like the question that you had posed to the listeners was, was this a good pick?
Because everybody was on 10.
Yeah, was this a good pick, or is Atlanta going to end up suffering from this, 3-4 years down the road? It was something like that, and I just remember everybody calling like, "What?
Yeah,
you can't say stuff on Julio." Yeah, you was like, "I'm telling you that you gave away a whole draft." What?
Yeah, because that's what I was talking about. Julio's so tight. Yeah, of course he is. Everyone knows that. A blind man even knows how tight this dude is. But you gave up 5 picks.
That's a dead giveaway to something wrong.
Mm-hmm. It's a dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Charles, thank you very much. Dead giveaway.
It's a dead giveaway, Rob. It's a dead giveaway. Dude, can you hear that? Can you hear those? Clearly?
I can hear Uncle Charles.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad. Cause I don't give a damn if you hear the sound and all. That's the sound clips. I can just tell you what those are. But this is gold. You have to be able to hear these. Yeah, we done went through all this. We went a month. Dude, ladies and gentlemen, we went a month without Rob being able to hear like stuff like this. So I couldn't play it because I didn't want to be selfish about it and not play it. And my dude couldn't hear it, but now he can. So it's on. Yep. It's on. Yeah, we're going to get better, man. We're going it's the second month we're doing this. We're getting better, adding more things to. By next week, my plan is to have an interview lined up or two. And we'll figure out a way to execute it, but we will execute it. You know what I mean? Even if we have to maybe pre-record it or something and play it back or whatever we got to do. We're going to have an interview on this. We're going to mature the show. You know, we're going to continue to move in the right direction and give you guys a little bit more and more as the days and the weeks and the months go by, man, to try to, perfect this thing and make it sound the way, we both, I'm going to speak for Robin, we both envision it sounding for y'all. You know what I mean? We don't have no problem just sitting here talking and shooting crap, but, we want to have a professional element to the show as well. It's not just us kind of slapsticking around and, the ha-ha-ha's and whatever. We want to have...
Second and jive.
Yeah, we want to have... There you go, Ida Monroe. Yeah, no one knows who she is. She was our big-breasted... She was my big-breasted 7th grade teacher. I don't know, what grade did she teach you in, Rob? 7th grade?
Yeah, 7th grade.
And she wore a big, bedazzled Jesus pendant over her left breast. And she as well had a TWA. Yeah, she did. She had a teeny weeny curl afro.
Yeah,
Jerry
she
curl
did.
afro.
But she was busty. As the old lady,
like a triple E.
She was. I was talking about what?
And they put your eye out too. They weren't even like saggy. They put your eye out.
They were points.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, was like military grade bishop.
Old Ida.
Ida Monroe.
Oh, boy. She knew my mama well. She used to put me out all the time. I used to go, you remember Lakeisha Step? Big fat Lakeisha Step? Her sister was a candle lady. So, you go up the hill and walk through the woods, you end up at their house. So what I do, like Ms. Monroe used to put me out of class. I just walk to the I get everybody money. I get like Rasul money and this dude named Shannon money and just go to the candle lady and then come back and everybody have candy because I got put out of class. Oh, the days.
Yeah, back in the day when you could just walk off the campus.
Oh, yeah.
You can't,
Just walk across the kickball field, walk up the hill, and walk through the woods. Boom. You be right at the candle lady house.
Yeah, you can't even do that no more.
Yeah. All those rules now. People want to protect kids like it's a bad thing.
Right. Hey, really quick. You played that clip of Charles Ramsey, and I was going to ask you, dude, I wonder what has become of Charles Ramsey.
Oh, I know. Because they did the story about him. What happened? Why don't I remember this? Why don't I remember this now? Because this was like I think I was still at CBS when this came out too. They did an update on him, and like something happened with him and McDonald's or something crazy. Like it wasn't gonna last. Like my man had his 15 minutes and all that good stuff and
big testicles, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his big testicles, bro, and you had to keep it moving. No one loved this dude more than I do, dog. Yeah.
You got some big testicles to pull this off, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big testicles to pull this off. And we pulling it off, too, for a month now. Mm-hmm. See how much longer we can go with it. I told you guys we had some Major League Baseball stuff, and I want to make sure I get through all this stuff so we can move on to the boxing stuff as well. The big Floyd Money Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao fight, we're just under 30 days away from it finally happening. So I want to make sure. I want to make
29 right now.
That would be under 30 days.
Yep. I was going to give you the exact date, big 29.
So, yeah, the baseball stuff. ESPN has decided that they're going to use their K-Zone situation on every game, and I think that's outstanding. I'm waiting for the day where, guess what, there is no umpire behind the court. Or he just sits back there. You know how they had those like virtual reality glasses where like maybe the umpire has like a visor on, like the police that's
the guard,
right? But instead of that, he has one of those. But then it has like a picture or a projection of the ESPN K Zone in like he can see it. So we don't have to guess no more. We'll have to guess. Was no striker, was no ball, and then you don't have to do that stupid stuff where because a pitcher looks at you funny, you don't give him close calls no more for the game, which is the worst.
You mean like the riot? You talking about the riot?
Right,
field,
right.
something like that. Yeah.
You know how to have those Google glasses where you can see the stuff in the